Rajneesh, I think there is some problem with the connectivity. Can you double check? The voice is breaking, and there is a lot. Everyone would agree that it is the middle of the so n number of in the topic is because the changes that happen every day. To discuss more on the subject, I would like to extend the CA person. I am welcome a promoted, a knowledgeable. It's my honor to convener, chairman of all the branches, managing management, and all members of the profession. Wishing everyone an engaged. Hello, Human sir. Yes, hello. Yes, Rajesh. It's audible, sir. Your voice is breaking. As for members building capacity building measures, or whether it is the examination centers, he called me at least a dozen times to make sure that the districts of Kerala, Kasaragod, Wayanad, Pathanamthitta, and Idukki districts were not having centers. We got those centers, additional centers, all that he could make it possible. So the students and members are extremely grateful to him. Indu, can you try once again for a quick formal introduction? Indu, I will cut short.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you are audible now. Oh, that's good. Still it's breaking. Just give it a try.
Yeah. I think Joman, some technical problem. I think we'll go back to the program, Joman.
Okay, Indu, fine. Yeah. So that is just a very little about Prasanna sir, and let us now hear from the horse's mouth, the chairman for this session, for this wonderful session on direct tax audit. Over to you, Prasanna sir.
Yeah. CA Joman K. Jaj, the past chairman of SIRC and the regional council member, and CA Pramod Jain, Central Council member and speaker of the second day of the series of session, and CA Babu Abraham Kallivairil, past chairman of SIRC and CCM in absentia. I think he is not today available today. Still Babu Abraham, and the chairman of all the branches of Kerala, all 9 branches of Kerala. Especially CA PM Abbas in absentia, the chairman of Alappuzha branch, and Rajni is the vice chairman of Alappuzha branch. Dear participants in the program. So, good afternoon to all of you. It's my proud privilege to participate in a very well structured and a new idea which is emerged from Palakkad, Sir Navaratna. Navai, all of us are aware, is 9. So 9 is a very great number. 9 is supposed to be an auspicious number, a lucky number in many parts of the country. Not only in our country, in many parts of the world also. So the 9 branches of Kerala joining together and having a program on 9 days, on 9 different topics, and 9 stalwart speakers, and 9 renowned chairmen for all the sessions is a great. I compliment everyone for conceiving this idea and conducting such a great program, which is largely attended by the chartered accountants from all across the Kerala. So, friends, whenever I talk, whenever the word Kerala, the state Kerala comes into mind, we always feel there are 2 years. The 2 years are Joman K. Jaj and Babu Abraham Kallivairil. And you have to see everything. There's 2 eyes. The 2 eyes of Kerala are Babu Abraham and Joman K. Jaj. But as far as the voice is concerned, a single voice. The single voice is Joman K. Jaj together, coupled with, integrated with Babu Abraham Kallivairil. That is the great for these people. They are steering the entire Kerala Chartered Accountants forward and doing a lot of service to them. I do know that there are many calls they keep getting it, and they call me also wherever the certain committees I am heading or where I'm connected with. They keep calling me. This is what has happened. So and so, please take care of that one. So much of idea they give, taking care of the needs of the Kerala members. I compliment both Joman K. George and Bob Abraham on this occasion because both of them were part of my team. Team is no other team, is a part of regional council. So where we work together. So Bob Abraham has given me a lot of insights. He is the person who taught me real the administration. He is a go-getter. Joman K. George is not an administrator. He is also a knowledge bank. He is a great speaker in many topics. So that's how we got very close, and all of our culturally and thirst for service to the fraternity, we're all equally good. That's why we're slowly associated. Friends, so now we have got a good topic today, the issues in tax audit and ICDS. So as you know, we have got a very renowned faculty today, Pramod Jain. Pramod Jain not only knowledgeable in income tax, but also knowledge of many other subjects, variety of subjects. And you give any topic, you'll be able to.
Sunny sir, for short interruption,
yeah.
We across
he is a person who has been doing a lot of service to the fraternity by clarifying whatever the doubts you get. You will know when his biodata is going to be published, read out now, a lot of service he's doing, and his legal knowledge is exceptional. I'm telling you, any amendment that takes place in the CA regulations, CA Act, or any GO that comes, there is a hand of, will be vetted by Pramod Jain. So he is a partner of Navaratna, a renowned firm, and where they designate this partner has been, sacrificed with the firm for service to the institute and the profession and the fraternity. And the one publication, budget analysis and the finance bill analysis, which is brought out within few hours, the budget is presented by Navaratna that we headed by, Pramod Jain, is a very good publication. I think all of us should get benefit out of that one. In fact, there's a good demand in my office also. Whenever this is published, they call me, sir, we work for each branch, we send one copy from him. And he is the DTC vice chairman. He is the person who is the connect between the ICAI and CBDT. And there are a couple of meetings I've seen which are held in institute. Some tedious issue was there when they were doing some paper. The entire team, digital team came to institute, and a lot of contributions were made to Pramod Jain. When he is there, in a knowledgeable person, in a topic of which is close to his heart, I'm sure we are going to have a feast of knowledge today. The friends, as you know, the tax audit, income tax audit is a statutory assignment given to Chartered Accountants in 1985. So there was a simple question at those days. We used to find it a lot of seminars, conferences were held to equip the members those days in not a virtual mode, in a physical mode. Not even flights were there. They used to travel and come and teach us. That's how a small way it started in 1985. Year after year, so many classes have been added to Form 3CD. So whereby that one of the things ICDS also have been added there. So virtually today, the entire income tax assessment is done through Form 3CD. If one does a tax audit properly, I think there cannot be a single rupee addition, except for where interpretation issue is there in the Act. Otherwise, there cannot be any assessment that need to be done because it's done by a chartered accountant. So looking at the entire gamut of all the vouchers, bills, invoices, and the entire books of account, and whatever the evidence that they relies upon, everything is done. Particularly in a situation of faceless assessment, which is going to be there now, and our the importance for the Form 3CD has gone up multifold. Now we have to be multiplied. We have to be very careful in framing the entire Form 3CD so that not even there should not be left any single scope for any addition that can be made in the assessment that are going to be made. So that is the type of importance tax audit has achieved is today. Friends, coming to the tax audit this year, the TQRB is there. That is Tax Audit Quality Review Board. Tax Audit Quality Review Board is a new board which was formed, I think, some couple of years or 3-4 years ago. So they review the tax audit reports also, like FRRB or TQRB also. TQRB, along with the Direct Taxes Committee, they come out with a very good publication, which is a checklist for tax audit. Class-wise, there a checklist has been given, a detailed checklist was given. If somebody follow the entire checklist, I feel 90% of the audit is complete. Your obligation to compliance is complete if you follow the checklist. The checklist has been done with many study groups across the country. I'm happy to inform one of the study groups from Visakhapatnam First time we got an opportunity to contribute in that particular, publication by ICAI. This is useful for you, for all of us, to train our article students and the staff who do the tax audit also, so that if they tick all the clauses, all the checklist points, so the entire compliance is ensured, so that we don't miss out anything in the process of the tax audit. This is one thing I request all of you to go through. It is there in the public domain. It is in the ICAI, digital form. It is available. You please go through that, get benefit out of that one. So as you know, as I told you in the beginning itself, it is the Pramod Jain, so who is highly knowledgeable in this particular subject, and he is going to give you a feast of knowledge. I'm sure all of us are going to get benefit out of his deliberations today. And I'm sure that in the season of this tax audit, let us do a great tax audit and get a great name and fame for the reliance made by the government of India and the Parliament on the chartered accounts and chartered accounts capacity and chartered ethical standards. So with this, let us all continue to do great service to the nation and be a true partner in the nation building. So thank you. I thank the entire organization, particularly Joman K. George, for giving me an opportunity to say a few words on the occasion of these issues in tax audit and ICDS. So Pramod Jain, you will all feel whatever I told you in the initial introduction, Pramod Jain is true. And wherever he has addressed earlier also, there have been requests for him to come again and again and present and share his knowledge and thought process. So thank you, Joman, and thank you all the chairman of the Kerala branches. Navaratna is good concept. I should also coin something of this sort. So though you got a patent, so without paying any fees for the patent, I borrowed this concept. I'll introduce this in the Andhra Pradesh very immediately, and I also derive benefit out of this particular concept of Navaratna. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have set the tone for the upcoming session by Jain sir. Indu, are you connected now?
Yes, I'm connected. Am I audible, sir?
You are audible.
Due to the technical hiccup, I missed introducing CA Ernakulam, sir. It was really an honor for me. Now I'm equally pleased to introduce this session speaker, CA Pramod Jain. A fellow member.
Sorry to interrupt. Prasanna sir, you are staying through or?
Sir. Prasanna sir, it was nice listening to you. As a person of extensive knowledge and varied interest, it was always an honor for us to have you with us. And today also we enjoyed your talk and it was inspiring for us. Thank you so much for your valuable words.
Thank you.
Please, Ernakulam branch, are you ready with the virtual memento, which we will send it physically later? Can we have the memento presented? Sir, that is with your photograph. That proof that you are in session. You cannot escape your presence here. I hope it's visible for you.
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Yeah, this will be sent to you.
Oh.
Probably with the photograph, which is even clearer.
Oh, great. Yeah, very nice.
Thank you. Back to you. Thank you, sir. I'm told that you have a. Oh,
Joman, 2 seconds. As you enter my office, you will find the memento that you have given in your regional conference.
Session speaker, C.A. Pramod Jain, a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He is also a Bachelor of Law. He has qualified Information System Audit, visa ICAI. He is a member of All India Management Association. He is an insolvency professional. He has also passed the Proficiency Self-Assessment Test for Independent Directors Data Bank. He has passed certification course NCFM of National Stock Exchange of India. He has also done certification course CAT of ICAI. He has also done post-qualification certificate course on valuations of ICAI. He has been elected as Central Council member of ICAI for the period 2019-21. Apart from being member in more than 25 committees of ICAI, he is chairman of Valuation Standards Board and CSR Committee of ICAI for the year 2020-21. He is the member of ICAI Disciplinary Committee Bench for the year 2021 and Vice Chairman of Direct Tax Committee for the year 2019-20 and 2021. He has been nominated as member of Quality Review Board for 3 years from 2020 to 2022. He is the conceptualizer of the portal www.expertspanel.in. He is a senior partner of Mrs. Lunavat & Co. Chartered Accountant. He has authored many books, delivered numerous lectures, and written various articles in taxation, audit, and corporate law. Sir, we are truly inspired with your profile, and with much pleasure, once again I welcome you to this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pramod Jain sir, 1 minute. Rajini.
For introducing me. All the 9 branches of Kerala, Roy Varghese ji, who have been communicating with me, and more importantly, Joman K. George ji, and also the Central Council member Babu Bhai, who first took me to LAP for the residential conference, and then Ernakulam. I have been there a few times, and online, offline, virtually, as well as manually, physically also I've been there. So it has been really great interacting with the Ernakulam and LAP branch out here. And thanks, and this concept, what my very dear friend, my CCM Prasanna Kumarji, who's just first timer, just like me, in the Central Council. He very rightly said that yes, this is a very great concept. Navaratna, 9 days, 9 program, 9 topics, excellently planned. So my congratulations to the all 9 branches under the leadership of Joman K. George and all the branches chairman, I would say, and all the members who have been coming to this virtual conference and attending it. So yes, the topic which has been given to me is the issues in tax audit and the ICDS. So both I will try and cover, but as
Rosha,
There is some disturbance.
Raju, can you mute others?
So yes, we'll be going straight forward to the topic, and as my habit is that I do ask questions. I've been there with the same topic at the Ernakulam branch. Still some, I don't know whose background. Fine. So I'll be asking certain questions, and when I'm asking the questions, I'll request the participants that they should type their answers in the chat box. I'll be looking at those answers, and I'll be sharing my presentations. So any questions which you have, you can just put it on that chat box itself. And chat box, it should be, I suppose we have got 3 chat box, so we can have that in chat with all panelists, I suppose. So chat with all panelists, when you type, it would be coming there. I'll be looking at that, and then I'll be seeing the replies and then reverting back. Fine. So I'll be sharing my presentation. Yes, we are talking about issues in tax audit and ICDS, a bit of ICDS, not in detail, because ICDS, if I talk about ICDS itself, takes 4 to 6 hours if we go deep into ICDS. We are going for this tax audit, and we need to understand the legislation for the tax audit, because still certain persons are saying that we do audit under section 44 AD or 44 section ADA, but when we have to do a tax audit, it is only and only under one section, that is section 44 AB. So if we have to see under which section the audit is to be done, it would be any of the 5 clauses of section 44 AB. And if the audit is to be done under section 44 AB, the forms are given in rule 6G, which contains form 3CA, 3CB, and annexure thereto 3CD. And non-compliance, the penalties under section 271B. So yes, whenever the audit is to be done, it has to be done under section 44 AB. And if I have to see under which clause I have to do, I have to look for these 5 clauses, only these 5 clauses. What are these 5 clauses? Everyone knows. Let us just revisit or revise that. In case our assessee is having a business income and its sales or turnover or gross receipts that exceed rupees 1 to 5 crores, 1 crore or 5 crores, we'll be talking about this 1 crore 5 crore, then his audit would be due to section 44 ABA. In case the assessee is having a professional income and its gross receipt exceed rupees 50 lakhs, then my audit would be due to section 44 ABB. In case the assessee is having a business income in the nature of section 44A, 44BB or 44BBB, and the income is less than the deemed profits, then my audit would be due to section 44 ABC. In case the assessee is having a professional income and the gross receipts are exceeding rupees 50 lakhs, then my audit is under section 44 ABB. But if it is less than 50 lakhs and deemed profit is less than 50% and my total income is exceeding the maximum amount not chargeable to tax, then my audit is due to section 44 ABD. In case of a business which is covered under section 4484 and my total income is exceeding the maximum amount not chargeable to tax, then my audit would be due to section 44 ABE. Now in this 5 clauses, if I see, these 3 clauses C, D, E are for my presumptive income where I disclose less than the deemed profits or 4484. Now again in these 3 sections, if I see these 2 sections D and E, there are additional conditions. 2 conditions are there. Like for 44 ADA, deemed profit should be if it is less than 50% and my total income is exceeding maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Here 44 84 and my total income is exceeding the maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Then the audit would be there under section 44 AB. So what is this maximum amount not chargeable to tax in the case of individual HUF? It is not 5 lakhs, it is 2.5 lakhs. But these 2 clauses are having 2 conditions, but clause C is having only 1 condition: income is less than the deemed profits, get it audited. No second condition of total income is exceeding the maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Now these 3 sections, 44 AE, 44 BB, 44 BBB. 44 AE, we know it is for the goods carriage vehicle. 44 BB is for non-residents who are into exploration of mineral oils. 44 BBB is for foreign companies who are into turnkey power projects. So let us talk about 44 AE. If I talk about 44 AE, suppose your client is having, say, it is goods carriage vehicle, and they are having 5 trucks, right? And say suppose each truck's gross vehicle weight is less than 7,000, is less than 12 metric ton. In that case, the deemed profit is rupees 7,500 rupees per month per truck. So if he's having 5 trucks, then his deemed profit is 4.5 lakhs for 5 trucks. But in case the truck's gross vehicle weight is exceeding 12 metric tons, in that case, the deemed profit is 1,000 rupees per metric ton per truck per month on gross vehicle weight or unladen weight, as the case may be. Now suppose this client is having a truck with the gross vehicle weight of 50 metric ton. So his total deemed profit would be 50,000 rupees into 12 into 5, that is 40 lakh rupees. So 30 lakh rupees, right? So if he is disclosing less than this 30 lakh rupees, meeting. So if he is declaring this profit less than 30 lakh rupees, then he will have to get his books audited under section 44 AE. And whether this assessee is an individual or HUF or a partnership or even an LLP or even a private limited company or a limited company, in that case also, if he's having less than 10 goods carriage vehicle, he'll have to declare this deemed profits. There is no option. Please take care. So if any of you are having a client with less than 10 trucks, less than 10 goods carriage vehicle, then please see either you're declaring the deemed profits or you go for an audit. That is mandatory. There is no option. So we might be missing out here, but this is the law. And of course, if any of these 5 clauses the assessee is falling and the audit is done due to any of these 5 clauses, then I have to go to rule 6G, which talks about various forms, 3CA and 3CB. And here, as I ask normally the question, so which form, I suppose, when do we issue form 3CA? So my first question goes here, when do we issue form 3CA? Please answer in the chat box. Ranjit Kumar TVG is saying yes, audit under any other act. Fine. Fine. So my second question goes here. Suppose you have got a client who is having a company. The client is a company, a private limited company, incorporates say on 1st of February 2020, and its turnover in this 2 months is 6 crore rupees, and you have to do the tax audit. So for this private limited company, which form will you issue? Form 3CA or Form 3CB? Vinay, my question is exactly the same fact. You have to do the audit. So you have to file the tax audit. So which form will you issue? In this case of a private limited company having 6 crore turnover incorporated on 1st February 2020. So which form will you issue? Form 3CA or 3CB? You are the auditor. You have to give the answer. Vinay is saying 3CA. Ranjit Kumar ji is also saying 3CA. Manish ji and Dilip ji, they are saying 3CB. So yes, we have got difference of opinion out here. Now, the answer is Sabuji is also saying 3CB. The answer is 3CB. Why 3CB? Because under the Companies Act 2013, the financial is defined in such a way that in case a company is incorporated on or after 1st of January, in that case, the financial year shall mandatorily company. Mandatorily, there is no option. 1956 Act, there was an option. 2013, there is no option. So mandatorily, the financial year would be ending next year. So for March, audio. I suppose I'm audible.
In between there was a break, sir. No, sir,
Please
not audible.
Not audible right now?
And now it's okay.
Because the financial year is ending as on 31st March 21 under the Companies Act. So for March 20, there would be no audit under the Companies Act. Hence, the form that would be issued would be 3CB for March 20. So for March 21, when there would be audit under the Companies Act, whether it would be 3CA or 3CB for March 21. Mohammad Faisal ji is saying 3CA. Any other view? Manish Kumar ji is also saying 3CA. Please type in chat with all panelists, because there are 2-3 chat box, and if you type somewhere else, it is not possible to see all the chats. Nitin ji is also saying 3CA. Rima Sharma is also saying 3CA. Dilip is saying possible 3CB. Prasannath. What it means? Tax audit means that the period for which I am filing the ITR, for that period, the accounts have to be audited. When I am filing for March, to the Companies Act, it is 14 months. So I cannot tell to my income tax authorities, okay, and proportionate it. Ranjit, you cannot tell the income tax authorities, take this 14 months balance sheet, this you proportionate it for 12 months. So the same period for which I am filing the ITR, that period is not audited under anything. That financial statement for so for March 21 also. For March 21 also it would be 3CB. So for March 21 there would be 2 audits. Voice breaking. I don't know why. Is the audio fine now?
Now it's okay, sir.
It's okay. It's okay. We can hear, sir.
Great. So some network issues are there. So for March 21 also, it would be 3CB because there would be 2 balance sheets, 2 audits, one for.
Sir, again, audio problem, sir.
क्या हो गया आज? I don't know. Here everything seems to be fine.
Now it's okay, sir. Now it's okay.
Hello?
Hello, Brahma, sir.
I am audible. CA when it is to be issued, and we were talking about in case of a private limited company which was incorporated say February 2020. So for March 20 it would be 3CB because the financial year is ending as per the Companies Act on March 21. Hence for March 20 it would be 3CB, and for March 21 also it would be 3CB because under the Income Tax Act I have to furnish the 12 months balance sheet, and that 12 months balance sheet is not being audited under the Companies Act. So I have to audit that under the Income Tax Act only. Hence, that's why for March 21 there would be 2 audits, one 14 months under the Companies Act and one 12 months under the Income Tax Act. So 2 audits. So this was a question about a private limited company which was incorporated, say in newly incorporated company February 2020. Let us talk about a company which was incorporated say a few years back. Say it was incorporated in say year 2000. It was incorporated in year 2000, and suppose that company was converted into a limited liability partnership on say 1st of October 2020, 1st of October 2019. So financial year 1920, there would be 2 income tax returns. One for that private limited company, that owed private limited company for up to the period 30th September, and another for the remaining 6 months from 1st October to 31st March for that limited liability partnership. It would not be one return, but it would be the two returns. So my first question would be that for that 6 months private limited company, when you have to file the ITR, whether it would be Form 3CA or Form 3CB. For that private limited company, you will be filing Form 3CA or 3CB. Please answer in the chat box. Rinto ji, Tony ji, they both are saying 3CA. Manesh ji is saying 3CB. Ranjit Kumar TV ji saying 3CA. Shakmunt Sevaraj 3CA. Vinashri also saying 3CA. Now, please understand the answer would be 3CB. Why 3CB? Anish ji, 3CB. But why 3CB? Because when I'm doing the audit of that private limited company, which was converted on 1st of October 2019, we are doing the audit today. That is say November 2020. And today, the company is not existing. Though we are doing the audit of that company, but today it is not a company. So when I'm doing the audit, I don't hold the office of the auditor. There is no board. There are no shareholders. So there would be no audit under the Companies Act. There would be no audit under the Companies Act. Hence, it would be 3CB. Merely because it is a private limited company, hence 3CA is not the law. It has to be audited under any other law, which in this case it's not so. So my next question out here, for this 6 months when I'm, for this 6 months, the ITR which I have to file for LLP, Limited Liability Partnership, for this LLP when I am to file the tax audit report, whether it would be 3CA or 3CB, for this LLP, whether it would be 3CA or 3CB, Manesh ji is saying 3CB. Sujana Pal ji, Anish Thomas ji, all are saying 3CB. Prasannath Pai ji also saying 3C. Prasannath ji is saying 3CA. Why 3CA? Prasanth ji, why are you saying 3CA? It is not a private limited company, it is a limited liability partnership. So why 3CA? Rinto ji is saying 3CA. Why 3CA? It is not a private limited company, it is a limited liability partnership. It has to get its accounts audited under LLP Act. Very rightly said, Prasant ji, very rightly said, because under the LLP Act also there is an audit. It is not that only to the companies 3CA is applicable. Under the LLP Act, if the turnover is crossing 40 lakhs, then the audit would be there. So yes, whenever there is a tax audit, in the normal cases, it would be 3CA. So my next question, when I have to do this tax audit, when I have to do this audit under the LLP Act, which would be the format of report which I have to issue? What would be the report format which I have to issue under the LLP Act? What is the format of that report? I just got one answer. Any other view? Sujana Pal ji, you are rightly saying no specific format. So only a chartered accountant in practice can do an audit, na? So when a chartered accountant in practice can do the audit and he doesn't know, so which format you will issue? Which format will you issue? We'll have to issue some format, na? It cannot be that no format. Yes, Suresh ji, Prashant ji, both are right. Whenever I have to talk about any audit report format, it is none other than my standards on auditing, and in this case, it would be as per SS 700 or 705 or 706, whatever is applicable. So yes, whenever I have to, whether it is my RWA, whether it is a mandir, whether it is any branch, so audit, I have to issue report. The format has to be as per SS 700, right? Mohammad Faisal ji is also right. SA 700. Fine. So now we have got this answers on certain questions. So I'll be again starting sharing my screen. So we have got we have discussed in detail the practical what we mean by audit under any other law or in any other case, and 3CD is of course an annexure to both of these, 3CA and 3CB. And when this section is not comply with the penalties under section 271B, that is 0.5% of my turnover, maximum 1.5 lakhs. Now, this 44AB we have understood. Let us understand few things about 44AD, ADA and 44AB. Right? So their combination, when the audit is required to be done, when not. Mr. A, he started manufacturing, and in the first year where the turnover was all in cash was 120 lakhs. 1 crore 20 lakhs. And the net profit was 8 lakhs, which was less than 8%. Total income was 8.5 lakhs. So the first question, can Mr. A, for this manufacturing activity, where the turnover is 1.2 crores, the profit is less than 8%, can he avail of section 44AD benefit? Can he avail of section 44AD benefit? Yes, Sujanapalji, how? How? When the profit is less than 8%, how he can? Grintoji, no. Yes, you are saying right. Grintoji is saying right. No. When the profit is less than 8%, a person cannot avail of 44AD. Manoj is also saying no, right? Second question. In this case, whether there would be a tax audit under section 44AB? Whether there would be a tax audit under section 44AB in this case? Ranjit ji, Rinto ji, Manesh ji, all are saying yes. And yes, the answers are, of course, 44AD no and 44AB yes. 44AD no, because my profit is less than 8%. So it cannot be. Second question. Miss B, she is a lady doctor. So this lady doctor, for her professional fee as a doctor, she got 45 lakhs and the net profit therefrom was 25 lakhs, which is more than 50%. Right? She was also selling medicines and she has a GST number for the same also. So from this trading activity of this medicines, her turnover was 90 lakhs and the profit was 10 lakhs, which is more than 8%. So my first question, can this lady doctor, for her trading activity where the profit is more than 8%, can she avail of section 44AD benefit? Ranjit saying yes. Dilip ji is saying no. Rinto ji is saying yes. Sujanapal ji is saying yes. Anish Thomas ji is saying no. Julie Varghese ji is saying no. Arun ji is saying yes. Right? So we have got Dilip ji, my questions are very straightforward and no plannings and nothing. She is doing a separate trading of medicines, right? My second question, for her professional income less than 50 lakhs, profit is more than 50%, can she avail of section 44ADA benefit? Ranjit ji is saying yes. Sujanapal ji is saying yes. Rinto ji is also saying yes. Vinashri ji is also saying yes. Please give your answers at one place only. Chat with panelist, not anywhere else, please. It would be tough to see at two places. My request, chat with all panelists. So all are saying yes. My third question, for this lady doctor, for the trading activity, her turnover is 90 lakhs. For the professional, it is 45 lakhs. So aggregating, it is exceeding 1 crore. Whether there would be a tax audit in this case or not. Ranjit ji saying no. Ramanatha ji saying yes. Sujanapal is saying no. Rinto ji, Arun ji, Manesh ji saying no. Anish Thomas ji saying yes. So let us see the answers. Sabuji, she need no. I'm not saying need. Whatever the facts are facts. Whatever facts are the facts. No plannings. Our purpose is just to have the clarity. Our purpose is to have conceptual way or to see. So yes, we are having no, yes, no, yes. So let us see the answers. The answers are 44 AD no, 44 AD yes, 44 AB no. Why? Those of all who all said that 44 AD she can take, 44 ADA she can take, still there would be audit under section 44 AB. Please rethink. If a person is availing of 44 AD as well ADA, and in both cases he is not required to maintain the books of accounts, then there cannot be any case where there would be a requirement to do the tax audit, because when the books are not there, no audit. Now let us go with the reasoning, the legal reasoning why the answers to these questions are like this. 44 AD no. Why? Because section 44 AD says that in case, currently what it says, in case an assessee is receiving a professional income, that assessee is barred from 44 AD. It is not about the activity, it is about the assessee. Assessee cannot avail of section 44 AD benefit. 44 ADA, yes, because that section does not restrict. 44 AB, no, because she is not covered under any of these 5 clauses we have discussed in the first slide. AB, business turnover crossing 1 crore, no. B, 50 lakhs, profession, no. C, D, E, nowhere. So she is not falling under any of the clause. So there would be no audit under any of the provisions. Audit has to be only in these 5 clauses, due to these 5 clauses. Otherwise, there would be no audit. Right? Third case. Miss C, she is trading, say she is trading in herbs or chilies, she is trading into that. And the turnover in the first year itself was 80 lakhs and net profit therefrom was 4 lakhs, which is less than 8%. And her total income is 3 lakhs. So the question first here, can Miss C, where the profit is less than 8%, turnover 80 lakhs, can she avail of section 44 AD benefit? Ranjit ji, Manesh ji, Vinashri ji, Rinto ji, all are saying no. Binosh Samuel ji saying no. Delma Sebastian ji is also saying no. Right. Second question, whether in this case the audit would be there under section 44 AB or not? Sabu ji, Ranjit Kumar TV ji is saying yes. And Sabu ji's question was this only, right? Anish Thomas ji is saying yes. Vinashri ji is saying yes. So everyone is saying yes. Let us see the answers. The answer is 44 AD no, 44 AB no. Why? Why? 44 AD no, everyone was right, because my profit is less than 8%. 44 AB no, because she is not coming into any of these 5 clauses. AB, 44 ABA, she is not coming. B, she is not coming. C, she is not coming. D, she is not coming. Many would say that she is covered under section 44 ABE. We discussed 44 ABE. 44 ABE, what does it say? It says if the person is covered under 44 AD4 plus total income is exceeding the maximum amount not chargeable to tax. Total income is 3 lakhs, so it is exceeding. Yes, this condition is met. Now we have to check 44 AD4. 44 AD4 says where the assessee had first availed of 44 AD and thereafter did not avail. She never availed of 44 AD. So this is not met. So E is also not applicable. So audit under which clause? So all those who were saying yes, kindly tell audit under which clause? Because this proviso E, this was changed with effect from assessment year 2017-18. So there is no provision under which you are doing the audit. For coming into this E read with 4484, you have to first avail of 44AD, which we never did. Hence 4484 is not applicable. Hence, in this case, 44AB, no tax audit. Last question in this series, Mr. D, say he was trading into, say, footwear, and his turnover was 95 lakhs. And from this footwear also, he earned commission of 6 lakhs. Net profit was 15 lakhs, total income 14 lakhs. So for this trading activity, his profit was more than 8%. So first question, can Mr. D, for this trading activity, where the profit is more than 8%, can he avail of 4480? Sabuji, you please check if you are filing online, schema, there is no issue. Kindly tell your software people, the problem is with the software guy who has put this condition, who is not aware of this. We have been filing, Sabuji, we are filing since past many years now. The problem is with the software guy, right? So Manesh ji, Rinto ji, no. Second question, would there be a tax audit under this case, 44AB? Would there be an audit under section 44AB in this? Manish ji saying no, Ramanatha Prabhu ji saying yes. Please type under one chat only, chat with all panelists. Please type only in one chat with all panelists. Nowhere else, please. Ramanatha Prabhu ji saying yes. Rinto Chandi ji also saying yes. Joseph ji is saying no. Let us see the answers. The answers, 44 AD no, 44 AB yes. Why? AD no, because the person is having commission income. 44 AD section says if the person is having any source from any income from this following 4 sources, then he cannot avail of section 44 AD. What are those 4 sources? The 4 sources, first is commission, second is brokerage, third is agency business, and fourth is profession. Profession example was this, commission example is this. So 44 AD itself is not available to me. One other condition is eligible business, which is not eligible business is my goods carriage vehicle. For that you cannot go for 44 AD. So 44 AD itself is not applicable. 44 AB yes, because total gross receipts are exceeding 1 crore, 1.01 crore. It is exceeding. Hence the audit will be required. Now let us go with the change which is there from assessment year 2021. That is March 20, which you are going to audit, which we are auditing. The change is from 1 to 5 crore. And this 5 crore condition is if 2 conditions are there and both are being met. First, where the aggregate of all amount received in cash do not exceed 5%, and the aggregate of all amounts of payments in cash do not exceed 5%. So simple example, suppose the assessee's turnover is 4 crores, and receipts cash portion say is less than 5%, and payments cash portion is, for example, say more than 5%. In this case, my limit is 1 crore. But if my payments cash portion is also less than 5%, then my limit would be 5 crore. Let us understand it through another example. And this is a case of a proprietorship concern, where the proprietor and proprietorship is one and the same thing. So the question is payments, which was all by banking channels. So my cash portion of the payments is less than 5%. Let us go to the other side, receipt side. So receipts, my turnover is 3 crores. Sales is 3 crores, out of which 10 lakhs only is in cash. So 5% of 3 crores is 15 lakhs. And he required certain capital. So he required certain capital. So he introduced certain capital in cash, which was 10 lakh rupees. Also, he had to take certain loans. So NEFT took 10 lakhs. So now with these facts, whether tax audit would be required for assessment year 2021 in this case, whether the tax audit would be there or not. With these facts, Manesh ji is saying yes. Sumaran ji is saying yes. Rinto ji is saying no. Vinod Menon ji, Binosh Samuel ji is saying yes. Joshimon Joseph ji is saying no. So yes, we have got a difference of opinion, and the answer, let us see. The answer is of course yes. I have to see the total receipts, which is 3 crores plus 10 lakhs plus 10 lakhs, 320. Cash is this 10 plus this 10. So what I have to do, I have to always prepare receipts and payments accounts. Opening cash and bank balance, closing cash and bank balance. Total receipts, total payments. Receipts, cash portion. Payments, cash portion. So in this receipts, whether the capital introduction will not come, it will come. Payments, drawings would come, yes, it would come. So many question comes, they say that whether cash deposited in bank and cash withdrawal from bank would come or not. But it will not come in receipt payment. Now, opening cash and bank balance, closing cash and bank balance, does it come into receipt and payment? To just prepare it. It is all theoretical when we are thinking. Practically, no, it is not coming. Right? So I have to prepare this receipt and payment account. My next question, a simple question out here. Simple question out here. Say my turnover is 3.5 crores. Receipts cash portion is less than 5%. Payments cash portion is also less than 5%. In this case, can I say that this 5 crore limit is mandatory or optional? Is it mandatory or optional? Ki my both are less than 5%. Still I do the audit. So whether that is mandatory or optional, Manesh ji is saying optional, Peter ji is saying optional, Binosh Samuel ji is saying mandatory. Preeti ji is also saying optional. The answer, of course, out here is mandatory. There is no law which says it is your wish whether you want to get the audit done or not. In this case, if you are doing audit, the audit is not under section 44 ABA. It is not under 44 ABA. Various questions which come to me, they say, now the client wants the audit to be done. I have to do the audit because my fee would be there, fee issue would be there. Please, my earnest request, in such cases, please don't do the tax audit. If you do, the only chartered accountant would be in trouble, because when he's filling this clause 8 of 3CD and he's filling in such case clause 44 ABA, he would be negligent. Government has specifically said up to 5 crores no tax audit, and if the chartered accountant is doing this, say chartered accountants are fooling the assessees, so again there would be a bad name plus negligence, DC case against us. So why to do it? Tell to your clients, no, it is not allowed, I cannot do it. Government has given you a very huge relief, no tax audit, but please take care, because doing this audit will not change my due date for filing of the ITR. It will not become 31st of October or the extended date. It would remain in normal cases 31st July. Please tell them, please, because you are doing all your transactions, majority of transactions online or through banking channels, government has given you a huge relief. Please prepare your accounts by 31st July. There is no requirement for tax audit. Please take care that you are paying your GST, paying your TDS all by 31st July, 40A, IIA. If you have to invest into any property, you want to take the benefit of section 54, 54F, your due date has become 31st July, not 30th, 1st of October. Those people are still into the habit of coming at the end of September or October. Tell them no. There is a huge relief for you. Do by 31st July. No audit. Yes, we will be charging the same fee because we'll have to again see everything. But yes, the benefit would be that we won't be certifying their accounts. We won't be certifying 3CD. But yes, we will be giving all those services. So our fee level would remain same because we'll be doing all those work. But their due date has come to 31st July. Please take care. Any questions on this point, please? Yeah, banks would require, Ramesh Naik ji's question, bank, they require audit report. We just talked today, right now. Today, what we talked? We talked that wherever an audit report is required, issue SA700 report format, give to the bankers. If they say 3CD, read Finance Act. Your chairman, your banking channels, they're not reading. 3CD is not applicable to them. Still, if you insist, give us in writing and we'll mention it on the bank saying we are, but again, we will not upload that on income tax website. We will not upload that on income tax website. And if they still require, let us qualify our report very clearly. Not required. Bankers and assessees are insisting this audit is not done under section 44AB. Let us not take that burden on our head, please. Dilip Sasidharanji is saying, please repeat that clause, logic of C. That logic of C, I'll be coming again in next 2 slides, right? Yeah. Madhusudanji, I'll repeat that 4484. In my next 2 slides, again, I've repeated this clause 235. Journal entries, receipt payment, we know how to prepare receipt payment. We exclude these journal entries now. Sir, if you're using any accounting software, there is a link in Tally, receipt and payment account, they will give it to you. Most of us, our clients are using the software and the receipt payment you will be getting there. And we have been doing this since our 11th standard. Sunanda ji, your question is the doctor having 80 lakhs limit income. I said this is only for 44AB. That's why today we started with section 44AB. Which clause? This amendment from 1 to 5 crore or cash system is purely for business. Doctor is a professional. There is no question, right? Okay, got it. Great. Thanks. Right. So now going further. One more question. This is a partnership firm. This was formed in assessment year 2019-20. Right? Assessment year 19-20 and turnover was 1.25 crores. Say net profit was say 10%. Right? And it got the audit done under section 44 ABA. This is the fact. Even though the profit was 10%, he got the audit done under section 44 ABA. This is the fact. There is no question about it. The second question comes for assessment year 2021. The turnover, he says, increased. It is now 1.75 crore. Net profit is still 10%. He says, but the issue is my cash receipt and payments is less than 5%. Would there be section 44 AB under for this assessment year 2021? Rintoji, I took this example, especially bringing cash. I just took the example in the last slide. Yes, Sabuji saying audit hoga. There would be an audit under this case. Somarajin saying yes. Dilip ji saying no. Right. Rima ji also saying no. Rima Samaj is also saying no. In this case, of course, there would be no audit. Because last time I was under section 44 ABA. This year, because my limit here was 1 crore. Now, because my cash receipt payment is less than 5%, this year my limit is 5 crore. My turnover is still 1.75 crores. So no, this year no tax audit. But this firm is asking for another question. They're saying, okay, this is a fact, let us leave it. Last year I got the audit done under section 44 ABA. This year, can I opt off section 44 AD? Can I opt for section 44 AD? Can this firm now opt for 44 AD? Manesh ji is saying no. Dilip ji is of course saying yes. Sabuji is also saying yes, it can. Can opt out. Peter ji, opt out of what? Opt out of what? He has not opted anything till this date. What he has opted? He has never opted. Peter ji has not opted for 44 AD. I'm asking my question. You are going, I suppose, a step further. You are going a step further. My question was restricted to this place. Can for assessment year 2021 he can out of 44 AD? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. The answer is yes, he can. He has never availed of 44. This firm has never availed of 44 AD earlier. It only got the audit done with section 44 ABA. So for assessment year 2021, it can avail of 44 AD? Yes. So it has availed of 2021. Now 21-22. If he doesn't avail of 44 AD, then there would be audit of under 44 ABE. And for 5 years it would be. This is 44 AD4. This is 44 AD4. That once you have to avail of 44 AD, and once you avail, and thereafter if you opt out, what Peter Ji was saying, then you cannot avail of 44 AD for next 5 years. You have to maintain books and get it audited. This change is there from assessment year 2017-18, which I was repeating. Now, let us understand this again. What we were saying, profit less than 8% or all those things. This is a chart which talks about all presumptive incomes, audit conditions, where the profit is less than the deemed profits. In case of business, 44 AD. If ever availed of 44 AD and then not availed in any of the next 5 years, then for next 5 years the audit would be there. Which clause says 44 AD 4 and 5? Audit provision is in section 44 ABE. Profession, less than deemed profits, audit every year you have to see. No condition that 5 years. Every year. Either declare more than 50% or audit. Provision 44 AD4 and the audit provision is 44 ABD. Goods carriages less than deemed profits, again similar act profession audit. This is the provision 44 AE7 and where 44 ABC. Shipping of non-residents less than deemed profit not allowed. Yeah, no question of audit. You have to declare the deemed profit, and same for operation of aircraft by non-resident. Not allowed, so no audit. But again, exploration of minerals by non-residents and turnkey power projects by foreign companies. These are the provisions. So if we see these presumptive incomes, the relevant clauses are 44 AB, C, D and E. For A, it is business. For B, it is profession. C, D, E are for presumptive incomes. Let us re-understand this whole concept of audit for business. Audit for only business. Not for profession or goods carriage, right? We have to see the limits. Please understand this slide, because what Dilip ji and all other members said, that repeat that less than 8%, we'll be talking about this. All the audit provisions for the business 44 AB in this slide. I have to see certain limits. My assessee's turnover could be less than 1 crore, or between 1 to 2 crore, or between 1 to 5 crore, or above 5 crore. In case my assessee, whomsoever it may be, if the turnover or the gross receipts are more than 5 crores, then the tax audit has to be there. I don't have to see anything else. Anything else. In case the assessee is an individual, HUF or partnership firm, no one else. I am receiving questions in the case of even of companies, LLPs. Only in these three cases. And if any of these has availed of section 44 AD, if ever availed, then that is they have declared profit more than 6%, 8% and above. Then I don't have to see the receipts and payments. They could be 100% in cash. Then I don't need to see the 5% limit up to 2 crores. If I'm availing of 4480, my 100% sales can be in cash, 100% purchase can be in cash. But if that individual HUF or partnership firm, or for that matter, even an LLP or a company, if their turnover is between 1 to 5 crores and they have not availed of 4480, of course, these two cannot, these three could have, but they have not availed. And if suppose their turnover is more than 2 crores, they cannot still avail for 4480. Then I have to see my receipts payments up to 5 crores. If both of them are less than 5%, my limit is 5 crores. If any of these is more than 5 crores, any of these, then my limit is 1 crore. Below 1 crore, only in one case the audit would be there, and only for individual HUF or partnership firm, no one else. And in case they have earlier availed of 4480, if they have not availed of 4480, no audit. Prepare normal profit loss, file the ITR. Now let us take a case. Suppose for assessment year 2018-19, this individual say had a net profit of say 10%. So he went for 4480. Say for 1920, he said now my net profit is only 4%. I don't want to go for 4480. You say okay, then go for 44 ABE. You're not declaring 8%, go for 44 ABE audit. Next year he comes, say 2021. He says now my net profit is 12%. Allow me 4480. You say no, not allowed. 5 years.
So sorry to interrupt. The presentation is not visible.
Presentation is not visible. Okay. Since when?
So since 439.
439 is right now. Now it is visible. Now the screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes. So here I was saying that below 1 crore, only if individual HUF partnership have ever earlier availed of 4480. So in this 1890, they availed of 4480. My net profit was 10%. 1920, they say 4% net profit. They don't want to avail of 4480. So you said audit karo, do the audit. Next year they say okay, allow me 4480. My profit is 12%. You say no, not allowed. Now audit, do it for 5 years. This is the change from assessment year 2017-18. Please, any question on this point? Please, any question on this point? Sabuji, question is, if my turnover is less than 1 crore at any circumstances, I should get 44 every audit done other than 40. No, there is no loss. Hai nahi, it hardly matters, na, Sabuji. You have to see under which clause, A, B, C, D, E. If there is no provision, there is no, you have to fill the clause, na, which clause? I need to understand any of these 5 clauses. There is no audit. And please take care. These future options, all are by account paychecks. They are nothing by cash. So in all those cases, the limit is now 5 crores, not 1 crore. Please take care. I just gave an example that that an assessee has started. Suppose it is a partnership firm, whatever it may be, individual HUF or partnership firm. They started a new business. Turnover is say 40 lakhs, and they are declaring less than 8% profit. No issues. There is no audit requirement. Just fill in the profit loss. If it is partnership firm, fill ITR 5. If it is individual HUF, fill ITR 3 and file the return. No issues. Right? Peter ji, I just, your question is again what I said. Audit under which section? Peter ji, audit under which section? 44AB, which clause? A is not falling. He cannot ignore. Government has given them the huge relief. They have advertised it to a great extent. How can we go against the intent of the government? We have to support them. We should support them. They don't want the audit to be done. How can we do audit? We should not do. If they still want, just issue as a 700 report. Peter, you are saying that he should say, you are the auditor, you have to see whether it is exceeding that or not. If you are giving a wrong report, only you would be liable. In case his cash receipt and payments are less than 5% and you do the audit, you would be under that undue stress, not the assessee, please. You would be held negligent. You would be said to be bluffing the assessee to get the audit done, though it was not required. Do we want this? No. We don't want this. If my professional income is 10 lakhs and net profit after salary and interest to partners 5 lakh is below 5 lakh, then audit under 44ABB. No, 44ABB is when my gross receipt is exceeding 50 lakhs. Here it is less. So it would be 44ABD. Yes, audit would be required. Mandatory under 44ABD. We should know these 5 clauses A, B, C, D, E. Manesh ji, what do we mean by receipts and payments account? Book entry adjustments are not covered there. Only whatever is moving through my cash and bank account. Dilip, is there any exemption for first time assessors not after 44AB4 is the question? No. Dilip ji, I understand because I know that you understand the whole concept. There is no such exemption. 44AD, 44AD4, if you're talking about, 44AD4 is applicable only if the assessee opts for 44AD, and 44AD is not mandatory as of now. 44AD is not mandatory. He has got the option whether to avail it or not. So he's not availing, no issues. Not the first time. It could be first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Not availing, no issues. Rentoji's question is, my turnover is above 2 crores and cash payment received less than 5%, but my net income hardly matters, Rentoji. Your net profit loss could be 1%. Hardly matters because this 2 crore limit is only for 44AD, na? It is only for 44AD, not for 44AB. I have explained all this in this one diagram. You're just re-asking that question, but I gave the answer. But yes, anytime you can ask, I'll repeat. There is no issues. Any other question on this point, please? And one question which we were asking about this introduction of cash as a capital. Please see the changes in the ITR, the audit information, ITR 3, 5, and 6. They say, is the assessee declaring income only under these presumptive income sections? You say no. Then they say, is your sales turnover gross receipt in the business between 1 to 5 crore? You say yes. Then they say, whether aggregate of all amounts include all amounts received, including sales, turnover, gross received, or capital account like capital contributions, loans, etc. in cash does not exceed 5%. Whether aggregate of all payments incurred for expenditure on capital asset acquisition, repair, etc. exceed 5%. So yes, I have to see all receipt payments. Gopala Kumarji, turnover is 90 lakhs, net profit is 4 lakhs, total income 3 lakhs. I've already explained. You tell under which provision you will do the audit. You just tell me. Gopal Kumarji, you just tell me under which provision you will do the audit. Sujanapalji, your question is future options. Can you offer under 44 AD on presumptive basis? You can, but tell me one thing. Can you declare something different than the actual? Because when you're doing a future option, everything is on your chart. Suppose your profit is say 10 lakhs and you want to declare out of 8 lakhs. It cannot be that way, na? You have to declare 8 lakhs. But legally speaking, you can go and declare 10 lakhs. No issues. Gopal Kumarji, you are saying 44 ABD. 44 ABD is for whom? It is for professionals. Abhi in the starting we had a chart. In that whole chart, we talked about 44 A, B, C, D, E. Clearly, D is for professional income less than 50%. Is this professional? If it is professional, then there is no question of this. Then I have to go for more than 50 lakhs. Then I have to go for audit under section 44 ABB. So please choose the exact clause. And still, if you are having an issue, just 1 second. So there is a small video. Of mine on the YouTube titled Presumptive Taxation. It is hardly 7-8 minutes. Kindly go through that on the YouTube. And still, if you have any question, please do email or message me. No issues. A small video, 7-8 minutes, titled on the YouTube Presumptive Taxation by CA Pramod Jain. Just go through that. We all are chartered accountants. Keep those sections in front of you. We all are chartered accountants. 100% it would be clear to us. There would be no second doubts. Just read that section. Whatever I'm saying in that video, what I'm repeating is same what was in the video. Right? Great. So let us go ahead. You did a few points that yes, of course, when there is a form 3CA, have 2 UDINs, one for the audit of financial statements, another for my form 3CA. When there is a form 3CB, generate 1 UDIN. And when we are talking about 1 UDIN, please choose the correct clause in clause 8 of form 3CD. And choose the same clause in UDIN as well as income tax website. They are in the process to synchronize both these things. In UDIN, you have filled wrong clause, IT website different. They will not approve the same. They are in the process of saying that if you are not uploading that within the time of 15 days, because we have to upload this UDIN on our IT website. If you have uploaded that 3CD and not updated your UDIN, please go to your pending activity and update UDIN. They are in the process. They are just waiting for the approval that if it is not uploaded within 15 days, the form would become invalid soon. So generate within the 15 days. And consequently, what they are trying to say, what they will be doing it, they would be doing it in this way that the tax audit date, what is the date of filing of the tax audit they would treat? It would be the day on which the tax auditor is accepting it, not the auditor uploading it, but when he accepts it. So tell him that he should accept it by the due date. Any delay at his part would be at his risk. not our risk. Fine. Yes, keep the tack of your tax audit ceilings. We know that 44 AD, AE audit due to these are not covered, but yes, this 30, 45, 60, now it is 60 limits. 30 to 45 it came, now it is 60. 60 audits per auditor. Don't exceed it, because currently what we are seeing it in our DC benches, that whosoever have done more than that, all of them have been held, are being held guilty. All are being held guilty. So please take care. Now, few questions on Form 3CA. In case of proprietorship partnership, Sujanapalji, yes, tax audit done. Is it mandatory to upload the report with IT department? Yes. Presentation is not viewable. Nothing to worry. Presentation, currently my 2-3 questions are not related to presentation, right? So audit, yes, we have to upload, because now they have made it online. So for any year you can upload. So please upload, right? My first question out here, in case of proprietorship partnerships, where we are doing the tax audit, in those cases, does the balance sheet profit loss contain the notes to the accounts or not? Do they have notes to the accounts or not? Does this proprietorship partnership concerns? Yes. Benny Matthew is saying yes. Manesh is also saying yes. So what do we write in this notes to the accounts? A few items I'll tell, like the firm is following mercantile system of accounting, fixed assets are stated at cost, depreciation is as per Income Tax Act, inventories are valued at lower of cost and net realizable value. Do we see that anything else is written apart from these 4 or 5 items in the notes to the accounts of proprietorship and partnership? Is anything else also written or not? Sureshji, you are saying that we can give ICDS disclosures. Sureshji, if you see the ICDS, every ICDS says that this ICDS is for the purpose of computation of income and not for the purpose of books of accounts. Your financial statement is reflective of only your financial statements related to your books of accounts. So in case of ICDS, the disclosures is not required in notes to the accounts. Please, if you are giving, stop it. Not required. The disclosures are only in clause 13F of 3CD. Nowhere else. Right? So anything else do we write? My straightforward question. Do we see that the disclosure is made for the related party transactions? Are the disclosures in the proprietorship partnership notes to the accounts being made for the related party transactions? Is it made in the notes to accounts of proprietorship partnership? No. Okay. Somarajanji is saying no. All others are not answering, so I understand it. It could be no. My next question: are the accounting standards issued by presentation? I am not giving. Jayarajanji, I am asking questions right now. Are accounting standards mandatory? Does the auditor has to see that the accounting standards are complied with in the case of proprietorship partnerships? Yes. Benny is saying yes. Rentoji, Somanathaji, everyone is saying yes. So are they complying? Are they complying? No. Dilipji is saying no. So are we qualifying our audit report? Are we qualifying our audit report? Yes. Are you qualifying that they are not complying with the accounting standards issued by ICAI? Are we qualifying like this? Beniji, are you qualifying that they are not complying with accounting standards? If you are doing, fantastic. Many of us may not be doing it. Though AS 18 can be easily complied with. Related party transaction. Disclose that in the notes to the accounts. AS 22. Do it. Disclose the if the provision is not made, kindly make the provision for the current tax and deferred tax. AS 15, make the provision for the gratuity leave encashments. AS 10, yes, it cannot be complied with because AS 10 requires the gross block, depreciation block, and net block, and depreciation over the useful life, which we cannot do. So there I have to qualify. Achha, one more thing. Does in these proprietors partnerships notes to the accounts, is it written that debtors, loans and advances and creditors are subject to confirmation? Is it written that debtors, creditors, loans and advances are subject to confirmation? Dilip ji, Benny ji, everyone is saying yes. So when it is written that these are subject to confirmation, are we issuing an adverse report that my balance sheet profit loss is not true and fair? Remaji, just listen to me. I am not showing any presentation right now. Are we giving an adverse report? Are we giving an adverse that the balance sheet and profit loss is not true and fair? It is not true and fair. Beniji, you are writing it is not true and fair. Not qualified. I am saying adverse, not true and fair. What qualified? Sir, assessee is saying, because notes to accounts is of assessee. So assessee is saying, I have disclosed my debtors to be 5 crore, but it could be 1 lakh, it could be 1 crore, it could be 50,000. I don't know. My net profit, which I'm disclosing, the assessee is disclosing, is hardly 5 lakhs. But debtors due to which, or creditors, or loans and advances, he say everything is unconfirmed. When everything is unconfirmed, how it can be true and fair? You have to say it is not true and fair. Assessee himself is not satisfied. He is saying everything is subject to confirmation. I don't know about anything. Which is subject to confirmation from third party, but it is not confirmation from third party, sir. If it is subject to confirmation third party, then you must be saying that SA 505 is not, they have not allowed us to comply. SA 505. And then you have to say, because it is subject to confirmation, so it is not true and fair. Because you have not gone for further agreed on procedures to verify. If it is subject to confirmation, it means 5 crores debtors, it could be 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakhs hardly. In such case, you have to issue it is not true and fair. Where the assessee is qualifying his own things. He is saying my debtors, my creditors, my loans and advances, my inventory, I don't know about anything. He should, in his balance sheet profit loss, should always state that everything is fine. He has to state that my loans and advances and debtors are stated at the amount at which they are realizable. First, he has to be positive. Then I'll say true and fair. If he is doubtful about his own accounts, how can the auditor say it is true and fair? Please appreciate what I want to say. Change the language, please. You have to make the assessee positive about his own accounts. Further, do we give the previous year figures in the case of proprietorship partnerships? Many is saying yes, that is great. Many of us are maybe not be giving. So is it mandatory? Yes. From where it is? Just 1 second. Hello. बोलिए जी। तो करा लो ना भाई साहब, आपको एड्रेस दे तो रखा है, तो ऑफिस सामने ही उनसे पूछ लो, बता देंगे ना, सामने आ जाओ ना, फोन पे तो नहीं करूंगा ना, आ जाओ ना ऑफिस। अरे तो भाई एड्रेस है ना आपके पास, एड्रेस दिया ना आपको, आ जाओ ना वहां पे। तो यार आ जाओ ना, सामने ही तो है, आ जाओ। अरे भाई एड्रेस दे दिया ना, किसी से भी गेट वाले से पूछ लो, वो बता देगा भाई, मैं मीटिंग में हूँ यार। ठीक है, सामने ही है, A2/132 प्रतीक अपार्टमेंट। Sorry, someone was supposed to come, so he was just keep on calling 5-6 times. So yes, where it is mandatory, it is from the framework for the presentation of financial statement issued by ICAI. So if they give the previous year figures, very fine. If they don't, just qualify. Not qualify, not qualify. You have to give, because there is nothing wrong in the true and fair. You have to give as another matter that the assessee has not disclosed the previous year figures, which is in non-compliance with the framework for the presentation of financial statement issued by ICAI. So what I'm talking about is issue qualification given other matters. So in case of proprietorship partnership, do we at any time give, where do we give such qualifications and disclaimers? Do we issue any audit report in the case of proprietorship partnerships? Do we give? If yes, where? We have been doing audit since 85, or since whenever we started our articleship or being a chartered accountant. So where do we give it? If we give. Yes, please. Vinesh is also saying Form 3 CPE. Now, let us see from where. Yes, very rightly said. So let us discuss from this point of view. If I talk about, which is caused 3 paragraphs, which after examination of books, you have to give your observation and qualifications in para 3, which is related only to 3CD. Only to 3CD. But when you go for 3CB, which contains 5 paragraphs, so there I have to give my observation and qualifications at 2 places. One, 3A for financial statements, all which we were talking in the last slide, when there was no slide. That this AS is not followed, the previous figures have not been given, everything you want to comment here about financial statements, and para 5 about 3CD. Our report is 3CB. Please. Right? And one question more. Do we use SS 700 in my 3CB or 3CA? Do we use SS 700 in our 3CB or 3CA? SS 700 format reporting. Do we use? I don't think so. Now, I don't think so. We must be, many of us are not, may not be using it. You know, our guidance note on tax audit 2014, it says that you should, it is suggested that it should be used. I'm just highlighting certain points in SS 700 which I have to use in Form 3CB. So if you put, though our guidance note also says that you should, but if you put, then you see whether it is beneficial to the auditor or not. Every time we are thinking about the assessee, let us think something about ourselves also. About ourselves also we should think. So what are the wordings which we should incorporate? You just see the wording and then decide whether I should give it or not. Para 3A for 3CB. I'll write what is the assessee's responsibility. In my report, I'll be writing that the assessee, he is responsible for the preparation and financial presentation of financial statement. I'm telling to the government, I'm telling to the assessee that he is responsible. In my report, I'm writing it. Should I not write it? That he has to see that it is in accordance with the accounting standard issued by ICAI. That he is to see that these financial statements are free from material misstatement, whether it to fraud or error. It is his responsibility. Right? What is the tax auditor's responsibility? You know, if I'm not writing these wordings, then I'm giving an absolute assurance that it is yes, true and fair. Everything is true and fair. I'm responsible. The auditor is saying. Otherwise, what I'm trying to say, I'm saying my objective is to obtain a reasonable assurance, not absolute. Whether these financial statements as a whole are free from material misstatement due to fraud or error or not. Reasonable assurance is a high level of assurance, but not a guarantee that if I do my audit as per the standards of auditing, it will always detect a material misstatement. This I'm writing in my report. I'm not saying that merely writing this will absolve me of my anything which is I have done wrong. But yes, if I'm doing as per my standards on auditing, and then still something is left around, then I can say that I've written in my report that it could be there. I have done my audit as per essays, which talks about sampling and test checks and all those things. Nothing is to be assumed. I have to write in my report. And this is not that I am shying away from my responsibility. This SA 700 has been notified by the central government, even for the companies, and this is same worldwide. So please use these languages in your para 3s, right? In para 5, related to 3CB or para 3 of 3CA, I have to write that the assessee is responsible for particulars in form 3CD. That's why we get it signed from them. And yes, my responsibility is to verify it and to do the audit as per the guidance note on tax audit. So please think and that why should I not write this in my report? You have to just change one report. Everything would be copy pasted in the next. Please do it. Right? So one more important point out here. When I talk about tax audit section 44AB, we have got these 44 clauses, right? And one clause thereof is clause number 8, which talks about under which provision are you doing the audit? Under which provision? I suppose we have exceeded the time, so I'll stop after this slide or 1 or 2 slides maximum. One slide maximum, not more than that. We have exceeded the time. I understand.
Pramod Jain sir, Jomon here.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt? No,
Yes.
member.
Of section out of this 44 clauses, you have to choose the clause under which you are doing the audit. You know, this we have been discussing this since our whole presentation. Which clause you are doing the audit? Which clause? So if I'm issuing 3CB, I have to choose any of or 3CA. These 2 reports I'm issuing. So if it's 3CB, I have to choose any clause from A to E, A, B, C, D, E. Now they have recently added another proviso to clause A. 44AB, 44AB, proviso to 44ABA. In my view, in my humble submission, I may be disagreeing with the government department who has added this clause. But the proviso to 44ABA is about this 5% limit. They say in case your receipt and payment both are less than 5%, then the limit would be 5 crore. So under this proviso, there is no audit. Under this proviso, they say in such a case, your audit limit would exceed 5%. It will go to 5 crore. So under this proviso, there is no audit. So in my view, no one should select this proviso to A. It has to be chosen only from A to E. When you are issuing form 3CB, when you are issuing form 3CA, only one clause, third proviso to section 44AB. Why? Why? If I read section 44AB, it says, if the assessee is falling under any of these 5 clauses, this proviso is an exclusion. It raises my limit from 1 to 5 crore. It just raises my limit from 1 to 5 crore. So I could be falling in any of these 5 clauses. So if I'm falling under any of these 5 clauses, then my section 44AB says that what I have to do, I have to get my accounts audited and issue a report. The first provision says no audit required under if you are covered under section 44 AD or ADA. Second provision says if you are covered under section 44B or BBA, then no audit. Third provision says in case your accounts are audited under any other law, then it would be an enough compliance if this report is issued under this section. So the main thrust is accounts audit. These 44 clauses are changing. Initially, when Prasanna sir said in the starting itself, there were very few clauses initially. So these are again changing. Main is accounts audit. Either you get it done under Income Tax Act, but if it is done under some other law, we are happy, no issues. And for this accounts audit, I have to be very careful about my SAS and AS, accounting standards and standards on auditing. Already our limit has been of audit in the case of business, I see it from 1 to 5 crore. Because the government says we are getting nothing out of your audits. Everything is nil. Your report is talking nothing about it, it's nil. So why should we have our tax audits? In worldwide, there is no tax audit. So why should we do it? My humble request, please improve the quality of the audit. Otherwise, these tax audits are going to finish. We might be sometimes thinking that if we issue a qualified report, the assessee would be in trouble. The audit itself would finish. We are doing harm to ourselves. This audit, when we talk about this audit, we are doing on behalf of the government. When in 84-85 it came, prior to that, the department was doing 100% scrutiny. They say, okay, let the accounts be audited by a person of a repute, that is a professional of repute, that is chartered accountants. Then let us delegate this work to the chartered accountants. They would do the work so that we can be benefited in getting the assessment done. But if that is not done properly, they say, well, let us finish it off. And a lot of other professional friends, maybe cost accountant, company secretaries, advocate, they say income tax, we also know. We can fill this 44 clauses, we represent, we go up to High Court also. But what about accounts audit? No other professional course is studying the accounting standards and standards on auditing. ICAI is the only body which is accounting standards setting body. Yes, now we are recommending for the companies to the NACAS, earlier NACAS, now NAFRA. So we have to have our USP, our monopoly, our uniqueness is auditing. We may be doing so many other professional services rendering. Maybe GST, income tax, company law, due diligence, insolvency, valuation, so many, umpteen number. But audit is our monopoly. Let us maintain it by just maintaining and improving our audit quality. My humble request to all my friends. Right? Yes, ICDS. We can, I suppose, skip the ICDS. Here, I would just like to tell you in ICDS, 1 or 2 things. Because it was said here, if I talk about ICDS, basically it has got 2 compliances. One is my amounts. Second is my disclosures. Amounts where I have to give in 3CD, clause 13D and ITR. Disclosures 3CD, 13F. Nowhere else. Now this, when my turnover has exceeded from 1 to 5 crore and ICDS is applicable to me, but I'm not issuing 3CD, so this disclosure goes away. I need not find a place to disclose it. Not required at all. Not in the notes to the account, nowhere else. Just given the ITR. The chartered accountant is he need not certify ICDS. Please take care. If there is no tax audit, no disclosures. So two things, amounts and disclosures. Source is of course section 145(2). Effective date is of course assessment 1718. Number of standards are 10, and disclosures are there in form para 13 of 3CD and ITR. And Delhi High Court, of course, the Chamber of Tax Consultants and others versus Union of India, and the Income Tax Act, of course, the amendment was made retrospective effect. Assessment year 1718, the date from which the ICDS were made applicable. Who to follow ICDS? I have to see assessee is having PGBP or other source. And in case there is a mercantile system of accounting or cash system. So in mercantile, if it's an individual and HUF. In case tax audit, follow ICDS. In case no tax audit, no ICDS. Even if it is mercantile, no tax audit, no ICDS. For individual HUF. In case of others other than individual HUF, of course, you have to follow the ICDS. In case system of cash system of accounting, no ICDS. All chartered accountants, I suppose everyone out here is following cash system of accounting. None of us are following mercantile system. Does any of us are following mercantile system of accounting? Are we following? Does any of us is following mercantile system for ourselves? Are we following? Or all are following cash? Communication ji, of course, I'll share the presentation. So are we following cash system of accounting or accrual? Cash, great. Right. So of course the preamble, it says this ICT is applicable for computation of income under that PGP and not for the purpose of maintenance of books of accounts. And in case of any dispute or a conflict, then between the Act and the ICDS, the Act shall prevail. These changes were made in the Act retrospective effect. I'm not talking about it. Right? These sections were made, the changes were made. And when we talk about clause 13, this A, B, C is same. D, old one is this. So the new one, whether any adjustment is required to be made to the profit or loss for complying with the ICDS notified under Scheme 1.5.
Sir, presentation is not seen, sir.
Presentation is not seen. Okay. Peter ji, you're saying cash system partly. There is nothing like partly. If it is partly, your books can be rejected. Either cash or mercantile. There is no other way out, please. There is no mixed system. It has to be 100% cash or 100% mercantile. That concept has gone many years back. Whether any adjustment is required to be made to the profit or loss for complying. Now, what does this mean? I have got net profit as per books of accounts, as per books. Plus, I make adjustments, and then there is net profit, which I take as PGBP income. Now, these adjustments, are these adjustments due to ICDS? If yes, then I have to give the details. And are the disclosures required? Now, in cash system of accounting, here, no, not applicable, not applicable. In cash system of accounting. If it is mercantile, it may be this, no, but this would be yes, I have to give the disclosure. Mercantile system of accounting, if I'm issuing 3CD clause 13, I have to give the disclosures for 8 standards. For 8 standards. Because for 2, there is no requirement. And yes, this is my clause 13E, where I give increase in profit, decrease in profit net. Here only one thing I would like to tell, that assessment year 17-18, there was a different ITR, 18-19 onwards, there is a different ITR. So hence the reporting pattern has changed. So if there is an adjustment which is required directly, disclosed directly in the ITR, and which is also due to ICDS, please don't disclose here, otherwise there would be double addition. Whatever is required, disclose here, this amount here. like in tangible fixed assets, because my books in the case of companies, they say depreciation as per schedule 2, and income tax they say depreciation as per my income tax act. So of course this adjustment is there, but I do it in my computation of income directly. If I do it in my 13E, 17-18 we did, 18-19 not required assessment here, because if I do there would be double addition. Just mention, though there is a requirement for the adjustment, but as that has been done directly in the computation, hence not disclosed here. Give it clearly, because this is what it goes in my ITR ICDS. Earlier this column was not linked to my PGPP schedule. Now it is being linked, and they clearly says in case of inventories valuation other than 145A. 145A addition we are taking separately. So no need to do into this. No need to do into this. And still, if anyone, because this is all ITR, if anyone is still thinking about exclusive method, inclusive method. That's good. In case it is still inclusive exclusive method, and we are of the doubt that whether we have to show inclusive, exclusive, or adjustment, yes, then please see my ICAI tax audit guidance note, paras 23.18 to 23.24, that there is no impact. We were already reporting in clause 14B, still reporting under 14B. ICAI 2, there is no change. If any doubt, kindly read this. It is available on the net. Right? Okay. Few changes in 3CD. First, clause 8A. It is only for companies if they are opting for section 115BA, BAA or BAB, and from assessment year 2021 onwards. But this BAA, certain benefits have been given only for this year. So if you are availing of 115 BAA, then there is an amendment which you might require in clause 18, that is for depreciation, which is what for unabsorbed additional depreciation of that 20%. If that is not settled and you are going for 115 BAA, then that additional unabsorbed depreciation can be adjusted in this depreciation block for this year, so that you can claim the depreciation over the remaining life, the remaining years, so that my unabsorbed additional depreciation is not lost. So clause 8A, they have made a change, 18 consecutively, and similarly consecutively in 32, where my carry forward losses and unabsorbed depreciation is given. Again, if due to 115 BAA, the adjustment is required or the loss is not allowed to be carried forward, then that adjustment would be a column has been added out here. Right? Just few clauses, 13 ICDs we have talked about. Now this clause 26 take care. It is 43B, moratorium due to COVID-19. Because certain clients have availed of this moratorium. So due to that, for March, the bankers have not debited their accounts with the interest. But I have to, the assessee has to provide in their books of accounts. They have to provide in their books of accounts. Because it is on a accrual basis. If you don't provide, it will not be allowed in the later years. It would be a prior period item. So provide in the books of account. The question would be whether that interest would be disallowed under section 43B or not. In my view, it will not be disallowed, because under 43B, what is disallowed is interest accrued and due. Here, interest is accrued but not due. So what is to be done? Provide the interest, but don't disallow under 43B. So this is a change this year. Also take care of clause 27A when we talk about my SENVAT credit. Do we give GST? Details also, ITC. We are not giving. Legally, it is not required. Why it is not legally required? Because if we see income tax, two websites, one is incometaxindia.gov.in, one is incometaxindia e-filing.gov.in. In e-filing, in the schema, they have added ITC, but the notified notified Form 3CD. This ITC is not amended, not added. So they don't intend to do it. Had they intended, they could have amended in this 1st October date or August 2018 date also. But they have not done it. It is not that. Institute has also told them at that time itself, 2 years back. But they don't intend. So don't go for the form. Hence, GST we are not. They don't intend to have it. Clause 31, 269 SS TST, just 1 point. Please take care, though you might be knowing because this change is there since July 2017. What is required? What was required prior to July 17 was, here is the assessee and here is the lender. So lender gave the money to the assessee. So 269 S was applicable to the assessee. When he repaid to the lender, 269 T was applicable to the assessee. Right? During demonetization, it was noted that in certain cases, assessee was there and there was a borrower. Assessee gave the money to the borrower and borrower repaid. So when the borrower was repaying, he paid in cash. Because here this borrower was 269 SS and T was applicable to the borrower, not to the assessee. So borrower told, okay, you take the cash. Assessee talked to his chartered accountant. He said, would any penalty would be on me? The C said, no, it will not be on you. Borrower said, okay, mine audit is not there. So who will catch me? No one. You take the money. Assessee took the money. So the government said, okay, you were reporting this 269 SS T applicability on the assessee. Now you report this transaction of 269 T applicable to the borrower in the audit of the assessee. So this is there in the change July 17. So similarly, 269 ST was also when added. They said 269 ST is applicable on the assessee or the person to you gave the money. Both are reportable. Both are reportable. Kindly see the clauses. So when you verify, see from the both angles, please. Also 34 TDS. When we talk about 34B, kindly ensure that the TDS returns, TCS returns are containing all the information which are required to be disclosed, which includes my goods carriage, the TDS under section not collected, not deducted TDS under section 194C for person having less than 10 vehicles. In that case, we were not deducting TDS, just taking a certificate from them, but the detail thereof is to be filled in. Please check 15G, 15H, 197 certificates. If not given, kindly report. Another point is ratios, clause 40. You know, we have seen, if you see our guidance note, clearly says it is applicable only, this clause is applicable only in the case of manufacturers or traders, not to the service providers like us or any other entities who are, say, service providers, software others. No, this clause is not applicable. No need to give the ratios of turnover, GP, NP, not even NP. So in our case, nothing to be given. Clause 40 not applicable. Right? Now, this is one of the last slides that I'd like to share. Certain do's and don'ts. Of course, please ensure that do the audit as per the relevant clause of section 44. If audit is not required, don't do. And please ensure that the assessees comply with all accounting standards. And you are complying with standards on auditing. Money, the fee is not a criteria for my quality of audit. You start it, ultimately it will benefit. I'm telling you. Document well. Anything which is not documented, audit is not done. There is no big issue. When we are helping in preparation of this financial statements and other reports, we can document this engagement letters, appointment letters, representation letters, certificates, whatever is there, document it now. Once you will prepare, and then what do you think when we talk about management representation letter, this bigger firms 10, 20, 50, 100, what we talk about, the assessees prepare, no. Only the auditors guide, na. So you also prepare. What is the harm? Get it also signed. Generate UDIN on time. After 15 days, it will become invalid. No backdating. We don't do backdating for ourselves, please. It is only for the purpose of client. So please take care and inform the client in advance. The main problem is that the client come to us at the end, and then we are taking undue stress. And we go after the government, after the elected representative, after the ICAI, the date, extend the date, extend the date. Why should we ask for extension of date? Why should we ask? Is the penalty on the auditors? No. The penalty is on the assessee, and assessee is not coming on time. Yes, that's why please inform in time that you come. If you don't come, penalty would be on you. And yes, we are getting the fee from the assessee. So we'll be saving them also when the notice comes. Take your due fee and save them. But don't take the risk that you are the assessee. We are the auditors. If you don't come on time, how can we help? We'll help when the notice comes. But why should we go? Because when we go to the department for extension, they say you are not affected. Why are you asking? It means that you are incompetent. The chartered accountant is incompetent. You'll say, no, we are not. We are working day, night. Please see the last year's extension order. Order in writing, CBDT writing, in the order that due to lack of time with professionals, the date is being extended. Because we are seeking the extensions, na? For whom? For the assessee who's not supporting us. Penalties on whom? On the assessee. And the chartered accountants are worried. I don't know why. We are in the habit of taking stress. Just rethink, just put that in mind, please. Inform client in advance, conduct audit in time. And of course, when I talk about, and whenever there is a scrutiny case, give that 3 CD only. That is the authentic copy, right? And of course, you might smile, but this is very, very important for all of us. Billing and collection in time. You are giving 9 days out here. You are not only this 9 days, you are day, night reading, understanding, putting so much of energy, but giving less importance on billing and collection. And this is leading our profession to not that great heights. We might be thinking that if we are billing late or not collecting in time, we are doing good for the client. No, we are doing wrong for the firm. We are doing wrong for ourselves. Our value would be when we'll be billing on time and collecting on time. We are giving good services. Our integrity is never at question in the eyes of the assessee, I'm telling you. Generally, I would say maximum of chartered accountants, their integrity, sincerity is never held in doubt by the assessees. So please increase that by asking for the invoice, raising the invoice in time and collection in time. Both will give a huge, huge positive impact, I'm telling you. About your professionalism. About your professionalism, don't hesitate. You have worked hard, raise the invoice and collect in time. Don't think about what others are doing. Just think about yourself and you'll do wonders, I'm telling you. And most importantly, please enjoy your life too. Have your Sundays off. We are working day night. We are not a sweet shop or a restaurant that we have to open 365 days a year. I've seen in various Mufasil areas or other even bigger cities, certain of our friends working day, night, Sundays. I don't know why. For whom? For what? If you don't enjoy what you are earning for, there is no fun in earning, na. I love South Indian movies, though dubbed in Hindi. I do watch whenever I get time. Yeah, on a daily basis. Why not? Sundays off. Have your birthdays, anniversaries off. Why to work on that days? So what we are working for, please? Why we are earning for? If we cannot enjoy our family members, our friends, our kids, why? What are we doing? Why are we doing? Please do this in time, conduct in time, inform in time. This again we will be able to enjoy in life. And certain don'ts. Please, no wrong advice. No type of planning which is tax planning which is legally wrong. You know, when we are giving certain these type of advices, the whole reputation of the profession goes, and even of the person who is giving. The person who is giving, we are thinking that we are giving a good benefit to the assessee. It is not that way, please. The assessee is holding us guilty. The department, government, the ED, they are holding us guilty. So why to give a wrong advice? And of course, never compromise with the quality. Whatever happens, don't compromise with the quality. That is the only way we can improve the whole lot of our coming next generations. No compromise on the quality and no wrong facts. Assessee has paid say a certain amount through a single receipt of 50,000 rupees in cash. The auditor ignores and doesn't issue 40A3 anything wrong. So what is the problem? If he has given it wrong, please don't ignore and give that. 269 SST violation is there. We cannot help it. We have to give the right facts, and then wherever required, we'll fight to get the assessee solved. That is our second rule. But when we are auditing, no wrong facts in our reporting, please. Only we will be held guilty. Assessee, no issues to the assessee. And most importantly, again, no stress. Don't take stress, please. God forbids, if something happens to us, none of our clients are going to help our family. They will just come, take the file and give to another professional. So please, please, please take care. Enjoy your life, work professionally, diligently, give good advice. We have got a good profession. Let us try and do it. We just need to see ourselves, not what other is doing. This is what I feel so. So please try and do. And yes, of course, just to share, this is a portal, experts panel. This is expertspanel.in, and also a mobile app with the name of experts panel. Anyone can sign up here free and then log in. And when you sign up, you'll get an email ID. In your email, you just click a link in your email ID, click, your account would be activated, all free of cost. Then you can ask a question on any subject, GST, income tax, corporate law, audit, bank, insurance, whatever it may be. And the answer would be coming to your email ID.
Sir,
also, the answers would be here.
Sir, can you put it in the chat box, because your PPT is not visible.
PPT is again not visible.
Not, sir.
Okay, that screen sharing has been stopped. Okay, one is this experts panel. Anyone can do it. I'll type that in the chat box. And second is this presentation I'll upload on this portal, lunavat.com. So anyone can download from here. And thank you for a very, very patient hearing, and a lot of questions answered by you and asked by you.
Yes, sir.
Sir, Rajneesh is there. I think Rajneesh. Yeah.
Rajneesh, and I think Martin is proposing vote of thanks.
Yes, Martin is proposing vote of thanks.
Okay, Rajneesh, you have good connectivity now.
Yes. Unfortunately, it happened, sir. Because before that session, me and Rohit tested the mic. But that time it is heavily raining here. After that only I seen that. Hello?
Yes, sir, please. Thank you.
Hello? Martin?
Yeah.
Martin, you can propose the vote of thanks.
Am I audible?
Yes, Martin.
Yes.
Respected Central Council member and chairman of this conference, CA Babu Abraham Kalwale, chairman of day 2 session, CA Prasanna Kumar, speaker of the day, CA Pramod Jain, past SIRC chairman and convener of this conference, CA Joman K. George, chairman of all 9 branches in Kerala, managing committee members of all the branches in Kerala, and my dear fellow chartered accountants. A warm good evening to all of you. Though there was some technical glitches in the beginning, it was a wonderful day. We all enjoyed this session on tax audit under section 44 AB. To my surprise, sometimes the participants number went to 640. And during the last 6 months, I never attended such a webinar with an overwhelming participation from the chartered accountant community. So this participation shows that it's a clear indication that this program, Navaratna, is a clear success. And big hats off to all the leaders who spearheaded this program. Now it's my duty to propose vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who were present, who were not present, and all the participants. So first, I would like to thank our Central Council member and the chairman of this conference, C.A. Babu Abraham Kallivelil, for his enduring support to all the chartered accountants in Kerala for their professional well-being and for their continuous education. From the bottom of my heart, I propose my sincere gratitude to our Central Council member, C.A. Babu Abraham Kallivelil. Now I would like to thank C.A. Prasanna, even though he had a busy schedule. He could manage at least 15 to 30 minutes, and he bear with us during our initial technical glitches, and it shows his generosity and it shows his love and affection to all the chartered accountants in Kerala. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support. Now, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks to C.A. Pramod Jain. I don't know if Corona makes all our life very difficult, but this is a blessing in disguise. Like we got a wonderful resource person for our CPE seminars. If we plan a seminar like this physically, I don't know whether we could able to bring this kind of stalwarts of the profession to our dais and get their professional experience and all these excellent resources. So when CA Hindu SN presented the profile of CA Pramod Jain, I was quite surprised to see that if we write all this in an A4 paper, I think we need at least two A4 size papers to contain all his degrees and all other accomplishments in his life. So we are very lucky to have very lucky to have a resource person like this on day 2, and he was very patient. Even though there was some technical problems, he was very patient and spent almost 3 hours with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your valuable time and for your generosity to share your knowledge with us. C.A. Joman K. George, he doesn't need any introduction from us. A vibrant and energetic person from Kerala who is taking care of all the issues of chartered accountants in Kerala. Thank you, sir, for your stewardship and mentoring for this program. I'm 100% sure without you, I don't think this event will become a reality. Now it's my duty to propose a vote of thanks to all the chairmen of 9 branches in Kerala, especially the Palakkad chairman, C.A. Vimal Venu, who actually conceived this idea of conducting 9-day seminars along with other chapters in Kerala. Also, other chairmen, they need special mention. Special thanks for sparing their time to organize and conducting the seminar. Thank you, sirs. Thank you for your support. I also wish to thank all the managing.
Martin, 1 minute. I would request Ernakulam office to virtually hand over the memento to our speaker, and they'll be displayed now virtually on screen, Pramod sir, and then it will be sent across to you. Shinu, are you there? Raju?
Yes,
sir. This is the memento with your photograph in session, and this will reach you. We'll send it by courier with a lot of love and respect from Kerala, from all the branches. Back to you, Martin.
Thank you, sir. Now I wish to thank all the managing committee members